In this video, we're going to give you the secrets of how to get the gold in the Uffentune Mastery Challenge 2 for the Raven. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So this is part of the All-Seeing Eye quest, which is part 2 of the Mastery Challenges. You need to do part 1 before you get to do part 2. And this challenge is all about indirect kills for the targets. I think there's 4 targets here, and you would do indirect kills, so like exploding jars, exploding silos, animals, things dropped from the sky, but you're not going to kill them directly. You're going to kill them indirectly. But you want to do those indirect kills after you clear an area. So there's basically 4 different areas, and then there's 4 different targets. You want to clear the area with assassinations, because you don't want to waste you don't want to kill people that are not, except for the targets. Everybody else you want to assassinate. The good thing is that you can chain assassinate here. So the first thing, you just get off and jump, because that guy is not going to see you if you go quick. And if you are also quick, run over here, turn around, and go through that fence, and you can assassinate this guy really easily. Then we're going to go up this tower here, and we're just going to sneak behind this guy to assassinate him. So there's a lot of, you can just sneak behind them. They're not too aware, typically. If their head is turned, you can just assassinate this guy. The only time I've had trouble with this guy is like if he fell off, that alerted people. And then there's another guy on the other side of this tower, and we also want to, pick up the arrows a little bit, because we're going to use them when we do the indirect kills. And then we can do chain assassinations in this one, so this is great. So whenever you get the chain assassination opportunity, as long as it's not a target, you want to take advantage of that. And then sneak up behind this explosive cart here, and then assassinate this guy on the wall. And we're going to try to go through the wall here, but the guy on the end we're going to have to sneak behind. So we can't go directly, and there's also, our target is on the other side. So we've almost cleared this little one of 4 regions in the Uffentune out right now really quickly, right? And, since this is what I do first, we're going fast. And we go behind the silo, go into the bushes, go through the thing, and there's a different region there, which we'll do next. But first we want to assassinate this guy from behind. So we sneak up behind this guy. See, I almost got caught there because I hit the assassinate button too late, and it did a fast attack into the nothingness. And then we go back down, jump down, go back in the bushes, go through the crack in the wall, and then, or the stockade, and then we're going to hit the jar, and the jar should kill him. If he doesn't get killed by the jar, as he did, then you can use your Raven ability, and the Raven does like 10 points of damage or something, and so if you use that ranged ability, that probably could finish him off. And you can use that also for like the indirect kills with the animals, if the animals don't finish him off. But here, if you get everybody out of the region, then there's plenty of animals here to kill this guy. So the first one I want to get is, I want to do a air assassination, but not on the target, and the target is too close here, right? So I have to wait until they go back and forth, right? So we're just waiting. So we have to be patient, and if we get this guy that's in the barn right now, if we get him in the right position where we're not going to be observed by the target, who's got the triangle on him, then we could do a chain assassination to the guy that's on the fence up the stairs that we can see across. But right now we're just focusing. So these guys are going to switch positions. The target is switching positions with this other rando, and this rando, we're going to wait until he gets within sight of the stairs so we can do a chain assassination here. We could sneak up on this guy, but it's nicer, it's cleaner if we do the chain assassination. And then we're going to go up here and sneak behind this guy, so he's kind of at this angle, but if you go behind him, you should be fine. Now, the guy out on the stockade there, we want to be kind of careful with. He can detect you. I've been detected by him quite a bit. We're picking this guy up. You don't need to. Probably not necessary. And drop him down. And then we're waiting for that guy to walk away. So he's walking away now, so we know for sure he's not looking our way. And then we're going to hide behind these sacks here. And when he starts turning away and walking down the thing, we're going to sneak up behind him and kill him. Right. So I think he's turning now. Now he's walking, and we can get up and kill him. You might even have... No, you don't have Blinding Rush with this, but... Yeah, you do have Blinding Rush. You could potentially use Blinding Rush. I never used it with this. Now, I think everybody is dead in this area. And now, it's a little risky to kill the target this way, because you will probably get a guy that, will sneak back in here. But you do have enough room. I think that you could get away with not assassinating two guys that are not targets. And that for the targets, you wanted the indirect kill. So we're going to just open up the cages with our bow. We'll use our bow. We just make sure we don't get observed while shooting the bow. And we're opening up with all these animals. And if you let out enough animals, he's going to go. Especially if he's all alone, right? He's pretty tough. The target is pretty tough, but we're just careful. Make sure the target's not nearby when we're shooting the bow. Because he can detect you if you get too aggressive. Like... I think there's there's two cages I'd like to open up here to go after him, but I don't because I'm just worried about his location. And we're just going to wait to see if he gets killed by these things. Otherwise, we'll open up some more cages. Okay, so now it popped. He got killed, right? So the target's been killed. We saw that we got the points for that. And so that's our second target killed. There's 4 targets. We don't want to kill the last target until the very end. And we're just checking our scores. You can climb up this. It doesn't look like you could climb up it, but you can. And then we're going to go back to the middle region where we just kind of started out with. Right? And so there's a guy pacing there. And we could... Now, this guy, I'm really tempted to assassinate him, even though I wasn't planning on it, because he's going to jump in with the animals. But I was getting detected, and so that's why I abandoned that. I'm just going to let him die in the animal pit. Maybe he'll survive, but I think he gets killed because he just goes after the animals all by himself. Not a very good strategy if you're an NPC guard in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Safety in numbers. And so here we're just trying to decide who's our next assassination person. It looks like there's a guy around there. So maybe if we go inside, we can sneak around. So we sneak in here and around, and we want to see what's going on. And we go through here, and then we can assassinate him. Go up behind him and assassinate him. And if you get a chain assassination with this guy, take it, as long as it's not a target. And then there's another break in the stockade over here. And look at all these bushes. A lot of bushes here. Okay, here we have to wait for the pacing. So there's the target is walking around. There's 2 guys walking around. And there's these cages. And, we don't want to aggro the cages, which possibly could be a detection. I don't know. It's never happened to me. But be careful. And then, of course, any one of these guys. And look, see, he changed his direction. He was going one direction, then he changed abruptly and went another direction. So these targets, they move around a lot so that you have a good chance of getting an indirect kill, but that also means they can spot you fairly easily. And then we're going to start the whole mess of assassinating guys by this little corner here. And he's in the bushes, so he doesn't bother anybody. But it might be nice to have him out there so you have people running there that you could assassinate. But, we'll not bait him at this point. And then we're gonna stay in the bushes as much as we can here. And look, I fell through the map. I thought I was done for on this run after I fell through the map, but I got out. Eivor did not get the flying glitch or falling glitch, and here we're just behind him. This would count as an air assassination if they were tracking those things, but they're not. So we got rid of this guy, and we'll pick up some more of the arrows. And we've got several guys in this area, so we got to be careful in this area. It's a little tricky to get them all without getting observed. I'm going to go up here and look. So the way that we're going to indirectly kill the target is with this thing right here, this pile of bricks, right? We're going to drop this pile of bricks on his head, and if we do that, that should lure the guy that's pacing up in there and his face is turned the wrong way. That should lure him down there, and then we can air assassinate the guard. So we just have to wait, and we don't want to stick out there too far. We just be careful and wait for the target to walk under this. He'll walk right under this. Although I suspect on this run I timed it wrong in terms of dropping the pile of bricks on him. But you can see here there's multiple ways you can kill him. You can kill him with the like, so right now we could shoot the cart and that would kill the target, but we don't want to do that right now. We want it because we're not even doing this for the target. We're doing this for the guy that's on the wall, that we want to lure him after the target is killed indirectly. So it's hard to know exactly where the target is, and so we think he's there. I think he took some damage, but he survived. Okay, so yeah, he's still moving around, and we didn't get any points for that. So now what? So we could go for the jars right there, the cart. No. So we're just waiting. We're kind of our grand plan has gone to nothing, and we don't know how to get this guy. And it right, like I said, it's the guy that. Okay, so he's stopped by the cart there. Now he's there. He's dead. And now I was really worried that I indirectly killed this guy. So that's a little risky, setting a fire off. But somehow this guy on the deck survived. He stood right next to the fire and worked on his little task there, and he somehow survived. So we're just waiting to see what develops. Alright, so we'll go down and see if we can find another way to kill that guy and get behind him. So we'll go back down the way we came, I think. Don't see anybody. Look around. And maybe we could do some more kills in the bushes. But we don't have a really great way to proceed at the moment. We'll look at the guy. It looks a little risky to walk behind him because he's kind of faced sideways. If we poke out our head, we might get noticed. Right, and we got a long way, so we want to be patient so far. We're over halfway done with the assassination. So we'll go around the corner here. It does seem like there's a guy pacing near the bushes. He's found the dead guy, and so we can assassinate him. He kind of noticed us, but not enough, not in time. And so that's one more assassination. And then we've got these guys in the open there. I didn't have much luck walking on the roofs around here, so I don't know if that's a good one. This guy's also coming for in our range, so we take out him. So that was lucky. He paced right next to us, and it looks like it's just the guy on the wall there that we're worried about now. So we're just trying to see who's actually there. And it looks like just that guy on the wall. So if we could just sneak around him. So we're just looking around the corner. But he's facing us, so that's not great. And I think we just got a little bit of a detection there, but not a full detection. And is there somebody behind us? Yeah, there's somebody behind us. So maybe we could get the guy behind us and then go through the barn or something. But let's first stay in the bushes, go through the crack in the wall, in the stockade, see if we can't assassinate this guy from the bushes. He looks like he's standing next to the bushes. If we could maybe sneak behind him. And you see I did the fast attack before I got the assassination button, but we recovered and got the assassination button. So I don't think there's anybody walking around in this area anymore, right? Except for that guy in the wall. So if we sneak around him and behind him, then that'll take him out, and that'll clear this area. And so we've gotten rid of the boss with the indirect, or the target with the indirect kills already, and we've gotten enough, and all the rest have been assassinations. Let's see if there's anything down there. Okay, so we're behind these, and we can sneak up behind him here. And you can see he just had a little bit of health after he walked into the flames stupidly. As the NPCs do. Okay, so we've got most of the assassinations we need, and there's only one more section to go, and there's only one more target to target. So there's a crack in the fence here, but we're just going to check this. Oh, look, it looks like we could walk up here. I don't know what direction that guy's facing. Seems like he's facing the wrong direction. So we're going to go through the crack in the stockade again. And boy, it's not a lot of bushes there, just a little bit. So I'm kind of nervous about this, but... And the target is walking around, right? So we don't want to leave the bushes too prematurely. Not sure where this target is walking because I don't have a lot of experience here. And this guy, I think we have to get through the stockade before we can go after this guy on the wall. So we're just staying in the bushes, looking around, seeing what we can see. So we have to go through that gap to get to the guy on the wall. By the ladder there. Looks like the ladder's the best thing, but the target is pacing, right? So we want to avoid the target who's pacing. And now you can see the target is just walked by the explosives there, but we don't need to blow him up. We don't want to blow him up yet. We want to wait. He's the last person we want to kill because he's the last target. And there's lots of environmental things here that could kill him. So we can do a lot of indirect kills on him. No need to rush. Okay, so we're just moving back into the bushes really quickly while we're waiting to see. He had his back turned to us, but he paused. Gonna wait for him to go through the gap there, and then we're gonna go into the bushes, and then we're gonna look around, make sure nobody's looking, and then climb the wall behind this guy and assassinate him. So there you go. We got the guy on the wall now. Very good. And actually, our plan with the target here is to actually kill him from above. So there's this guy up here, which we can assassinate. We were a little slow with this. That's why we almost got detected. But normally it should work out pretty well there. I've done it where he didn't even start detecting you. And then across here, this walkway here, there's a lot there. The target walks right through there, and we still have some assassinations to do. But this would be the or actually maybe we've completed the assassination, so we just need to kill the target. Yeah, so we've completed all assassinations. We just need to kill the target, so we drop that on him, and boom, that's it. We're good. So that's the 1,000 points gold medal run. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Let me know how you're liking the mastery challenges. You know, you can trade in these things for good stuff in Hildebrand's shop. And I thought this was a pretty fun challenge myself. I liked this one certainly better than the one where you couldn't kill anybody. This one was not bad because you were able to do the chain assassinations, I thought. But there were a lot of assassinations you needed to get through. There were a lot of people. All right, bye-bye.